Hi, my name is Steven Anderson with A Sewer Guy Plumbing, and I'm going to show you how to change out your main water supply shutoff valve. First, you want to drain the whole house down. We turn the water off at the street, and now we're draining the water all the way out of the hose bib. Next, you want to size up your pipe and get the right cutters. Here's a 3/4 inch inlet. So I got a 3/4 inch pipe cutters on the copper that we're gonna cut nice and flush right where we want to. We want to put that cut right where we have meat on both sides of the pipe because we are installing a new valve, a new shutoff valve. So instead of having the gate valve multi-turn shutoff, we will be installing a ball valve, which are less moving parts. One way is off, parallel with the pipe is on, and perpendicular with the pipe will be off. So once we get that cut on both sides of the existing valve, we'll pull the old one off, see? And we can start getting the pipe ready for the new ball valve. Quick function test. Make sure that the pipe's clean, no burrs, no old solder that may be in the way. We're using ProPress technology, so it's not the traditional solder that you would normally see on copper. So it's a special Viega fitting here that allows my ProPress tool to crimp that brass fitting onto the copper. So here we're just cleaning up the pipe, making sure to get any imperfections that may cause a leak on my valve, softened up and sanded down, so that way it won't be a problem and I won't have to cut it out and redo everything. But once all the pipes are clean, you kind of want to get everything, all the dust and sand grit off of there and get it all nice and smooth. Then we can go ahead and size up the valve. We'll stick that guy on there and make sure that we're going to have enough room for the new piece and the coupling, and everything should go good. So here I'm just kind of getting an eyeball of what my next pipe size is going to be. Obviously this length is too long, so we'll cut it down to fit it just right. I like to work from both ends to the middle, so I'll make all one piece. We'll get this on there, crimp that on, so that way that's all one solid piece, and then we can attach it to the house. So I'll put that on our length of pipe there, and we'll get our ProPress tool. This thing is really cool. It's set up for 3/4, so we'll put the the 3/4 inch head on there and crimp this fitting onto the pipe. It helps to turn it on. And that's that. So that valve is on that length of pipe there. Now next, when you're working in the middle between two pipes like this, you can't move each end. So the bottom is fixed and where you're tying into is fixed. So what I like to do is I'll put my valve, get the length in there, cut it to size so I know the chunk is going to fit inside where it needs to go. I'll mark it. We'll pull this off. We'll cut it. Get it to where it's the exact size of the pipe that it's going to need to fill the void. By the way, if you are ever looking for some pipe cutters, these Milwaukee pipe cutters are really great. They low profile, so you can get them into a wall, and you don't have to have a handle that's knocking into 2x4s or the back of the wall. They really are effective for cutting copper. All right, so now we got that guy cut to size. I'll clean up both ends, make sure that everything is, again, no burrs or anything that would cause any kind of problems with the fittings. I have a slip coupling right here, which will slide all the way down, which will allow us to fit that whole piece in there and then slide that coupling back up to make it a full connecting, working, operating valve. So right here, I'm marking kind of where halfway is on that mark, because some people, you can use a Sharpie or any kind of mark that would indicate where you are on that coupling, because it's a full slip coupling, so you can slide it all the way down, and then if you don't have it slid to the proper spot, you might crimp it to where the seals aren't properly on the pipe and could cause a problem. So it's always good to mark it and make sure that that coupling is halfway down the pipe, and it has another room for the other half to fit. So now you slide that up and get that all nice and secure. You can kind of move your valve to where it's going to be functional and not in the way of the wall, or make sure it's not hitting anything. And we should be set here to crimp it in place real soon. So again, I'm just kind of making sure that coupling is exactly halfway between the two sections of pipe there, so that way there's no voids when we do crimp it. The gaskets are all seated properly. So now you have it. It's not crimped yet, but it's with a couple of clicks of the button here, this ProPress really does take a lot of the issues. Say, like for instance, this valve it dripped a little bit, so you constantly have water pouring in. It's really hard to make any solders, any solder fittings that have water in them. It just won't work properly. But this, you don't have to worry about it. The water could be on. You can stick that fitting on there and crimp it down, and voila. Now this house has a brand new ball valve, 3/4 inch ball valve. You can shut the water to the house on and off. Thanks for watching.